Students, in our earlier classes, we studied in chemical kinetics, first order reaction, zero order reaction, and their relation, differential rate equation and integrated rate equation, and half-life of reaction also. Students, today we will study pseudo first order reaction and comparative study of zero and first order reaction, and how can we determine a order of reaction, and after some time we solve one or two numerical. So first we explain what is pseudo first order reaction. That reaction actually not first order. When concentration is low, that time actually this is second order, but one reagent is excess, so that concentration is not affect the rate of reaction. So that reaction known as pseudo first order reaction. Students, we can explain by giving two examples. First, we write an example of hydrolysis of ester. First we write in pseudo first order reaction hydrolysis of ester. Hydrolysis of ester. You know, in 10th class study a ester, that is ethyl ethanoate. We can write in this way ethyl ethanoate, or we can write ethyl acetate. When it is hydrolysis, dissolved in water in presence of acidic medium, it change into this. Actually this reaction is reversible reaction, and this one is dissociate ester and alcohol, CH3, C double bond, OH, carboxylic acid, other one is alcohol. In this reaction, we can take the reagent. One reagent is very lesser amount. When at time T is equal to 0, means at initial concentration, we take the reagent is 0.01 mole, means very small amount of this ester we take, and this water we take 10 ml in excess. Then what happen? At the time, that is initial time beginning, they are 0 mole because no formation of product, that also 0 mole when time T is equal to 0. After some time T time, at time T is equal to, means after completion of the reaction, this one is finished, 0 mole, and this remaining 9.99 mole, write in mole, and this one formation, if it complete dissociate, then we can write 0.01 mole, and ethanol also 0.01 mole. In this reaction we can observe the one reactant is very small amount, other is excess. So rate of reaction depend only the one component. This is excess, we ignore this one. So how can we write its rate law? Rate is given to K dash and concentration of ester CH3 COO C2H5, we can write in this way, and concentration of water. But water concentration is actually excess, so we can write another. There is rate constant K is equal to K dash concentration of water. So because their value is very less, so in place of K dash and concentration of water, we write a rate constant in this reaction. So this rate is equal to K concentration of ester C2H5. So actually this is first order reaction. because in place of K dash and water we write K. So this one is first order reaction. But at low concentration, this is second order kinetics. In some books, this rate law we write in this way: rate is equal to K concentration of ester CS3, COO, C2, H5 power 1 and concentration of water power 0, because one reagent is excess. Students, I can show a activity. How can you understand? One reagent is excess, so its concentration is very, very less effect, and it appears the water is not consumed in this reaction, because water comparison then reactant is excess amount. So if a reagent is excess, that concentration is not affect the reaction. That type reaction known as pseudo first order reaction. When one reagent is excess, so their power is we write 0. So actually they are at high concentration first order, but low concentration they are second order kinetics. I can show you a activity. Students, in a water, approximate this 200 ml water, and in this water I mix the sodium chloride. Small amount of sodium chloride when I mix. So this one is, one reagent is, so this is hydrolyzed, means this is dissociated into respective ions. So number of ion in a water, because water is excess, so its concentration is not changed. And this water, if I mix in this 500 ml water, then what happen? The number of ions are reduced, they are very lesser number, water concentration is excess, so water do not affect the reaction. Only affect the concentration of this sodium chloride, rate of reaction depend on the sodium chloride. In similar way, we can take another example, that one is sucrose. This one is sucrose, we can say sugar, that is cane sugar, and I want to hydrolyze the cane sugar. Another example of pseudo first order reaction, hydrolysis of cane sugar. So students, when I mix 0.01 mole, I take approximate amount. Suppose this is 0.01 and this water is 10 mole, means 180 ml, or we can write 180 gram water. This 10 ml water, when I mix 0.01 sugar. So when I dissolve this and mix some acid in this, because the reaction occurs in presence of invertase enzyme, or I put some acid, then it is hydrolyzed into glucose and fructose. Actually, rate of reactions depend on the sugar. This water is excess amount, so rate of reaction, this rate of reaction known as pseudo first order reaction. Second example of pseudo first order reaction is inversion of cane sugar. Inversion of cane sugar. Cane sugar means sucrose. We can write sucrose. And normally we know sugar. That is formula is C12H22O11. So it is a disaccharide. We will study in biomolecule chapter in detail. So this one is C12H22O11, that is sucrose, or we can write sugar. When it is hydrolyzed, mix water in presence of invertase enzyme. This also reversible reaction in presence of either acid, or we can write enzyme, that is invertase, that is dissociate into respective 1 mole glucose C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6. 1 mole is glucose, other one fructose. Both are same formula, but one is a aldehyde, other one ketone. This one is a aldehyde, glucose is polyhydroxyaldehyde, and fructose is polyhydroxy ketones, and we will study in biomolecule chapter. This reaction also pseudo first order reaction when time t is equal to 0. Initial, if you take very small amount, 0.01 mole of the substance, and this we take 10 mole. Then after some time, at initial they are 0 mole and they are also 0 mole. After equilibrium, when reaction is complete at time t, that time this one is 0, complete hydrolysis, this remaining 9.99, and this convert into 0.01 and 0.01 according to the stoichiometry if we consume then. So this, if one reagent is excess, so comparison then reactant, this one is excess, so rate of reaction only depend by one component. So how can we write its rate law? Rate is equal to, students, you can write K, concentration of glucose, C12, H22, O11, power 1, and concentration of water power 0. Or you write K dash, concentration of water. In this way, actually, at high concentration, if one reagent is excess, that time it is first order reaction. But low concentration, it is second order kinetics. So this way, they are pseudo first order, and many times comes in exam. What are pseudo first order? Explain with example. Thoroughly you remember this one, 2 examples given in your books. So you can write in this way. Students, our new topic is comparative study of zero and first order in all form. First we write differential rate equation for a general reaction if reactant R change into P, in zero and first order both R change into P, means reactant convert into product. At first, how can we write differential rate equation? So we earlier studied all these things, only we compare. Means how can we write? Minus dr divided by dt, means differential rate equation is equal to k r power 0. This is differential rate equation for zero order. And in first order, how can we write? In first order, this we write minus dr divided by dt is equal to k r power 1. So this is first order reaction. After that, we study taking integration of both sides, means integrated rate equation. So how can we write integrated rate equation for this? Taking integration both sides, we get concentration of R is equal to minus Kt plus R naught. Already studied, this one is integrated rate equation for zero order. This one is differential rate equation. And for first order, this is differential rate equation, and we write integrated rate equation in this way. Integrated rate equation have different forms for first order. So we write natural ln r, we can write natural log is equal to minus Kt plus natural log R naught. We already studied this one for first order. Now we represent in graphical representation both, because these reactions are like straight line equation, y is equal to mx plus c. Already we know this one. So for zero order, how can we represent? Suppose, students, this one is a graph paper. So on this graph paper, how can we write? Left side we write concentration, this side we write time. At time interval, what happen? Concentration is negative slope minus k. So this one is negative slope. So this one is zero order. And what is this? This one is intercept, unite concentration of R naught when t is equal to 0, that is maximum concentration, or this one is R. So for zero order. For first order, how can we divide? We can make the graph for first order also. In same way, we have to take natural log, concentration R, ln R. In this side we take concentration ln R, and this side time. So that also a negative slope, and this is k. For first and zero order integrated rate equation, both same graph, only difference in zero order is concentration, but there is natural log in that one, and when time 0, that is intercept ln R naught, minimum concentration, that point. Further, how can we explain this rate? If you write in a natural form, log form, this one is a log form. If we take anti-log, so this first order we can write R is equal to R naught e power minus kt. This also a first order form in anti-log form. Other one, how can we write? If natural log base 10, then this reaction also shifts according to another way. We already discussed in detail. K is equal to 2.303 divided by T log R naught divided by R. So already again discussed. So this rate constant. In similar way, if you take in zero order K value, then how can we write? Then we write R naught minus R, because we take left side, then this negative sign change into positive and this change into negative, divided by T. So this one is rate constant for zero order, that rate constant for first order identify. Another, how can we write? If half-life means when concentration of the time taken to remaining concentration remaining of reactant is half, that time if T is equal to half, then R change into R naught half. So write for zero order, K is equal to R naught minus R naught divided by 2 divided by T 1 by 2. When we solve this one value, this half value, or taking LCM, then further solving, K is equal to R naught divided by 2T half. Or we can write T half is equal to R naught divided by 2K. So this is for zero order reaction. We can write half-life for zero order reaction is directly proportional, or we can explain T half is directly proportional to initial concentration. We can plot this by a graph, half-life and concentration. So if you write half-life in this side, time and this side concentration, so it is directly proportional. When time increase, concentration also increase. Or you can write time this side and concentration this side. Both sides we can identify. This one is for zero order. You can take any coordinate. This half-life, this side also we can take, and that side also take. So in this way, we can identify half-life for zero order reaction directly proportional. For first order, For first order, how can you write? If for first order this, if t is equal to 1 by 2, then that is r change into r naught by 2. So we can write k is equal to 2.303 by t 1 by 2 log r naught divided by r naught by 2. So in this way r cancel to each other and log value 2. We can write k is equal to 2.303 by t 1 by 2 into log 2. We know log 2 value is 3010. So this value if you solve, then k is equal to 0.693 by t 1 by 2. Or we can say half-life for first order reaction is independent. If we plot a curve, half-life and concentration, if you write t half this side means time and this side you write concentration, then this is a constant. In this way you can write in this side, then that side also we write time and this side you can write concentration. So this concentration, this time t 1 by 2, when concentration increase, half-life increase for zero order. But for first order, this when concentration increase, no effect, half-life remaining always constant for that is first order. These are some examples. Other you can also explain, if R naught is equal to 0, then rate of reaction known as, that is rate constant. By the unit of also we can identify the order of reaction. Zero order, rate constant unit. What is the constant of rate constant unit? Mole per liter time inverse means second inverse, that is concentration. That unit of the concentration, because R naught is 0, that is 1, so concentration is that unit. For first order, rate constant unit is time inverse only, second inverse, hour inverse, minute inverse. So all radioactive disintegrations are first order reaction. We will solve one numerical. And how can we find out order of reactions? There are different techniques. One is technique by the unit of the rate constant, by the graph, that is graphical method. If you can see the graph, then easily can identify for zero order and first order. These are two methods. First we can show by graph, other one by unit of rate constant. Third one we can find out by initial rate method and post-wall dilution methods. In our earlier syllabus there are different techniques how can you find out order of reaction. That step is rate determining step, easily can write the rate law of that reaction. So students, now we solve a numerical, depend how can we find out order of reaction. Now we solve numerical, that is given in your NCERT book, page number 118, question number 11. A reaction 2A plus B, 2A plus B change into C plus D. In this reaction, 4 experiments are given, 1, 2, 3, 4, and their value also given. Initial concentration of reactant A and B is given in 4 different experiments, and formation of rate of formation of D, that is product, a single product rate of formation also given. By these 4 data, these 4 experiments, we have to find out, that is rate law. First we have to identify what is rate law of this reaction. Rate law we have to find out. Other one we find out rate constant of the reaction. Rate law and the rate constant of the reaction. Rate constant. In this numerical 2 value we have to find out. So how can we find? That method known as initial rate method. Initial rate method. Initial rate method. In this method, how can we find out? We write at first a hypothetical rate law in this reaction. So students, we know how can we write rate law? Rate law is written in this way, minus dr divided by dt. Means what is this dr by dt? This one is rate and is equal to K, concentration of reactant power A power x, we don't know what is the order of reaction, and other reactant B power y. So this is known as differential rate equation. First we have to write a differential rate equation. And what are data given? We have 4 different type experiment are given. In these experiment, if we observe carefully, then what is written in the experiment number 2nd and 3rd, when we compare, then one reactant is same. That is initial concentration of reactant A is 0.03 mole. 0.03 mole in both the experiment. And experiment 1st and 4th, if you carefully observe, then concentration of reactant B is same, 0.1, 0.1. So by these experiment, first we write these 4 different experiment. If we want to solve, then first we write the experiment number 2nd. If you write rate of reaction, and easily you write rate of reaction for experiment number 2nd. By experiment 2nd, first we rate of formation we write, that is 7.2 into 10 to the power minus 2 is equal to K. Concentration of reactant A is given in second experiment 0.3 power x, and concentration of B also given 0.2 power y from experiment 2nd. And other experiment 3rd one. From experiment 3rd one, what can you observe? The rate of formation of D is given, that is 2.88 into 10 to the power minus 1 is equal to, K is not given, K, concentration of reactant is given 0.3 power x, and concentration of B is given 0.4 power y. What we observe in this equation? So this lower value, this is more value, rate of formation. So divide equation 3rd by 2. When we divide equation number 3rd by 2, then what we observe? So we further divide this equation by 2nd. So 7.2 into 10 to the power minus 2 is equal to K 0.3 power x 0.2 power y. What we observe when we divide, then K is same value, cancel, and lower side of same power and this, they also cancel. Then we further solve 0.4 by 0.2, we can write 4 by 2 power y. So further you can solve, and this, when you solve, then this value also come 4. When we cut this value 4 is equal to 2 की power, if you solve 2 की power y. So in this you can write 2 की power y, because 2 2s are 4. So 2 power y. So how can we write this 4? We want to explain the base is 2 and power is 2. So 4 we can write 2 power 2 is equal to 2 power y. So we know in mathematics, when base is equal and both are equal, then their power also equal. So we can write y is equal to 2. So with respect to B, it is second order kinetics. because y is 2. So y easily identify. Then we find out the value of x. Now we find the x. So we take another experiment, experiment number 4 and experiment number 1. When we compare this equation, so lower this value is higher value, this slightly lower because this 10 to the power minus 3, this 10 to the power minus 2. So this is higher. So we take from experiment 4, experiment number 4, we write equation that divide by first. So first you write experiment 4, 2.40 into 10 to the power minus 2. Rate of formation is equal to K, concentration of reactant A, 0.4, power we don't know x, and 0.1 power y. We can write y here because y easily already identify. Further, from experiment number 1, rate of formation of D is 6.0 into 10 to the power minus 3 is equal to K 0.1 power x, further 0.1 power y. So what we observe, K cancel to each other and y also cancel because power is same. So what is the difference is this? When you further solve, this find out again that is 10 to the power, this value 6 4 is 4, 4 is equal to, when 0.4 by 0.1, so we can write 4 by 1 power x, or we can write 4, so we write 4 is equal to 4 की power x, it means 4 power 1, so we can write there 1, so x is equal to 1, means first order reaction. If you solve, because base is same, 4 is equal to 4 की power x, so we can write 4 power 1. So in this way, we identify x and y, means both power we can identify by this. So we write now rate law. Rate law we know, experimentally determined. We can't write by stoichiometry of a reaction. Rate law is equal to minus dr divided by dt is equal to k a की power x. A की power x means x is equal to 1 not right, and b की power 2. So this one is rate law. This rate law is different from stoichiometry. In stoichiometry 2a, but there is only 1. There is b only 1, but this power is 2. So this is a complex reaction. We can say this stoichiometry is not match. So this one is a complex reaction. By this method we can find rate law. Further, how can we find out rate constant K? Now we can take any experiment. If you take any experiment, that can find out its rate law. And what is the order of this reaction? This is overall third order, 2 plus 1. Overall this is third order. With respect to A first and with respect to B second, overall third order reaction. So by taking experiment 1, from experiment 1 we can find out its rate constant. So students, how can we write K for this is equal to rate divided by A, concentration of A and B की power 2. So from the experiment 1 experiment we take the rate 6.0 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by concentration 0.1 power 1 and 0.1 power 2. If you solve this, then what happen? 6.0 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 0.1 power 3. So you can write 0.1 power 3. Then this value 0.1 means 10. 10 means 1000. This value is cancelled. So overall we get the answer is 6. So further you write the rate constant unit, because this is third order reaction. So its unit is, we write by this way, because this concentration power 3 and that is rate. So rate unit you know, concentration time inverse, and its power 3 means concentration cubic. So by solving this, we can write mole liter inverse second inverse divided by mole inverse liter and power 3. If you solve, then mole liter cancel and this value comes liter mole inverse liter. So its value comes, by solving this value we can write the rate constant. Its concentration given in minute inverse. So this mole liter inverse, minute inverse, and this one is concentration. So when we convert, then it's convert into actually concentration inverse minus 2 minute inverse. So further you write solve, then it can change into mole liter and liter square, mole square, minute inverse. So students, in this way you can solve all the data. First you compare which data is cancelled, you select and write the rate law by cancel to each other, then we can find out. In your NCERT book, 3-4 numerical depend on this one example. So solve that all the numericals, and if you have any problem, then see the reference book. You easily identify that rate of reaction and rate law and writes its units also. If you don't write the unit, then you get lesser marks, means half marks you can deduct for unit. Hence, another example, another numerical in NCERT book, question number 14, page number 119. Half life of a radioactive decay of carbon 14 is 5,730 years. The question is given a radioactive carbon, that is 614, its half life is given 5,730 years. That is half life of radioactive carbon 14 is given in question. An archaeological artifact containing wood had only 80% of the carbon. In a given wood, archaeological, suppose this one is a wood, and in this wood, log of wood found, the archaeological artifact 80% of carbon, 80% of carbon. Containing wood had only 80% of the carbon found in a living tree. When this log of tree cut, on that archaeological found 80% of a living tree. So students, the question is estimate the age of sample. Estimate the age of this wood, the log of wood, in this carbon found 80%, this carbon. So we know all those are radioactive substances release a radiation alpha, beta, gamma, delta, continuous. But after some times, in living things, there is equilibrium. Their concentration is not changed. In a living tree, that is carbon is fixed value. But after when cutting, then the photosynthesis and respiration, that process is stopped. So that number of carbon is decreased, reduced to 80%. So this is a first order kinetics. You know all radioactive disintegrations are first order kinetics. We know first order, how can you write? K is equal to, we write first order, K is equal to 2.303 by T log R naught divided by R. We already studied this. But if this artifact is radioactive, then we write in place of K, that is lambda, and we write 2.303 divided by T is equal to log n naught divided by n. What do you mean by n naught? Initial concentration of the radioactive substance divided by final concentration. And this one decay constant, or we can say rate constant lambda. So we want to find out age, means we have to find out this T. T we have to find out. T is equal to 2.303 by lambda log n naught divided by n. We know other formula of half-life and first order. Half-life and first order, how can they relate? K is equal to 0.693 by T half. We already know this formula also. So T half is given, means half-life of the reaction 5,730 years after its remaining concentration is half. For example, it is 1 mole, after 5,730 years remaining half mole, further 5,730 years remaining 1/4 mole. In this way this is reduced. So K, how can we find out? K, or we can write lambda, how can we find out? This 0.693 divided by 5,730 years. So we write the value, then we solve. T is equal to time. What is the age? Estimated age 2.303 divided by 0.693 into 573 log. If you take the value, then log n naught. N naught means initial concentration we take 100, and final concentration, because it is 80% is found, means only 80. So students, if you solve this 100 by 80, then first how can you write? 5/4. So we can write T means time 2.303 divided by 0.693 into 5730 log 5 minus log 4. If you see the value of log 5 and log 4 and then you multiply, after that you can find out its value in years. So students, by solving this numerical, you can find out this answer, and you match the answer. Log value, how can you see? Log value we know in your NCERT book given. There is log table, and log 5 and log 4 value, how can we see? At log 50, its value 0.612 and then 4, so can subtract and then multiply. Then after that you will get the answer in this 1845. Generally you get 1845 years. If you solve log 5 and log 4 value and then it's multiply, you get this answer. In this way you can solve. There are two other numerical also given. In a new born baby, bones found in place of calcium, strontium, that is radioactive substance, and what estimated amount of the newborn baby after 10 years, 60 years in their bones, what amount of the strontium found. That question also solved in that same numerical. So this numerical comes in many times in CBSE annual exam. So solve this carefully. And tomorrow we discuss about temperature dependence rate of reaction Arrhenius equations. And if you solve the difference more numerical, then the concept is clear. And how can you see the log? Log in our NCERT book, last page is given, their rule also given. You can at first you find mantissa and characteristics, because we log always take positive value and then characteristics we write, and negative value log and mantissa always positive. So when you study the log table, then easily can find some numericals. So like and subscribe and share the needy students. Thank you. Have a nice day.